Hey guys, before the video starts, I just want to give a great shout out to my wonderful members, Jesse HOH, Trashy Paper Plush Shows, Dazzling Hattering, Enchanted Stones, and Plush Anime Game Adventures, as well as Giratina Sawtrap Gaming. Thank you all so much for the extra support. You guys rule. Now onto the video.
Somewhere on a Grand Prix. Better than torn up in every moment. If it all's worth my eventual ascent, maybe then time again will weave a thread until the end. Vow with you and I that when we die we'll leave behind a meaningful legend.
Hey guys, it is I, TDI Fan 2025, and yes, we got another review. As you can see, I'm going to be reviewing the wonderfully weird world of Gumball. All the episodes have not dropped yet, so I'm only going to be reviewing the first half of the season, and what are my thoughts? So, pretty much this is a revival, because apparently they're having this be separated from the original Gumball show. Like, if you go on Hulu, it's not even a part of the original Amazing World of Gumball series. When you're watching it, it's its own thing, if that makes sense. But yeah, I guess this is a revival. So what are my thoughts on the revival? Going in, I had some expectations. I've seen the entirety of the Amazing World of Gumball, so I guess you can say I'm a fan. I do think it's one of the better shows on Cartoon Network, for sure, especially when it comes to recent shows that were on the network. And yeah, I was a bit sad with how they ended the show on a cliffhanger. I don't even know why. It was supposed to like set up for a Gumball movie. I don't even know if that's still happening. I think the creator said that it's like on hold. Who knows if it'll ever not be on hold. But yeah. Anyway, back on topic. I saw the revival, and what are my thoughts? So out of the 20 episodes, I gotta say this revival is pretty darn good. I wouldn't say it's all good. There were a couple of episodes here and there that I was like, okay. And I will say a bit of the humor has gone a little too far. Like, I know Gumball does go like far at times, but not like too far. I will say this revival goes a little bit too far. But then again, maybe the target audience is not like the new generation. Maybe it's for the fans. So if that's the case, then I guess I will be okay with them going a little too far, because at this point, everyone who's a fan of Gumball are most likely a lot older now, at least like teens at this point, or maybe even young adults, because the show came out in 2011. But yeah, anyways, the revival. There was a lot of episodes here that I did enjoy. The episode where Nicole kind of has this little thing with like a virtual assistant. I don't know what was going on there, but that was a pretty darn good episode. And another thing about that, what I really digged with most of these episodes is how they really like went the extra mile with giving each of the main family members a good character arc. Like, they were deep with these episodes. At least the first couple of episodes, they were pretty deep with the whole message of each of the episodes that they made for this revival. Like, there was an episode where Richard wanted to be something or someone, and his like mother turned him down, his entire generation of family turned him down, but then he was able to gain the confidence with his family, and he was able to do the thing. So like, each of these episodes, are not all the episodes, but most of them had like a focal point or a message behind the episode, which I actually did like. That was probably my favorite thing about this revival, was how a lot of the episodes here has a message, and I'm a sucker for messages behind cartoons, because the original Gumball, yes, there was a few episodes here and there that had a message, but most of it was just, bizarre and they were just doing wacky shenanigans and stuff, which is still the same here. But I will say they took a really good amount of time to focus on having a message show behind the episode, which I really liked. As I said, that was my favorite part of this revival. And not just that, but they really went the extra mile with the animation too. There were a couple of moments where the animation was really fluent, and you can tell that they got a bigger budget this time around, which is nice to see for animation, especially when it comes to 2D animation like this. So that was great to see, and those were those few moments were also some of my favorite moments of the revival too. As for the things that I didn't really like, okay, so for some reason, they really had a field day when it comes to the butt jokes. There was a whole episode called The Butts or something like that. And that episode, I don't even know what to say about it. If you've seen the revival, if you've seen that episode, you know what I'm talking about. So I'm not going to go too much into detail on that, but that was definitely a choice. And not just that episode, but like throughout each episode, there would always at least be like one butt joke, or they would always like to show a character's butt. And I don't even know why, because it wasn't even that bad in the original, but for some reason they had that be one of the main things for this revival, which I didn't like quite a bit. And some of these characters honestly act completely different than how they were in the original show too, which was also a choice. But most of them stayed the same, or at least similar to how they were in the original, which is also great. But not that great. That was another great thing. But yeah, I don't know. Really, my main concern was the whole butt thing. But also, a few episodes here didn't really hit as much. So then again, the same was for the original, so I can't really say much about that. Yeah, and also, I guess this is a little spoiler. If you were wondering if they were ever going to reference the ending of the original Gumball, the cliffhanger, they did not. At least in these first 20 episodes. I think there's going to be 40 episodes in total. So the second batch will release at some point. I don't know when, but it's going to release at some point. And I'm pretty sure in that second batch is when they will have to at least bring up the whole cliffhanger, because they can't just leave us hanging like that. We've been waiting for 7 years? They made a joke about that. As you can see in this image, they made a joke about how long it's been since the original ended, which was actually funny. I will say the jokes here honestly are really good. Like, I will say it might even be a little better than from the original, but then again, the original had so many great jokes, so I can't really say which one's better. But there's a lot of great jokes here, just like from the original show, so that is great as well. And the characters are great for the most part. Some characters did end up having a little bit of a downfall. What's the word? A little bit of a... What's the word? I don't remember. I forgot the word it is. That when a character like derails. But I think you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm just yapping right now. But yeah, The Wonderfully Weird World of Gumball is a very nice revival. Might even be one of the best revivals to any show. Well, maybe not any show, but at least any cartoon, especially for recent years. I haven't seen the revival of Phineas and Ferb yet, but I've heard that one was pretty good too. So, I don't know. We'll see about that. But I'm definitely looking forward to the next batch, and hopefully this will be not just a one-time thing, but like this revival can continue for like multiple seasons and stuff. And not just that, but Warner Bros., you better greenlit that freaking movie. That we want to see the movie. Please do the fans a solid. Greenlit the movie and make it happen, because if the movie doesn't happen, that's going to be a huge L from you guys and a very big disappointment for the rest of us. So yeah, those are my thoughts on The Wonderfully Weird World of Gumball. If I were to rate this revival out of 10 so far, I'd say it's a solid 7. For now, it's a solid 7. Once the entire season's out, then I will probably do an official review and ranking on it. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the series so far. Have you seen the Gumball revival? What are your thoughts on it? And that's all I gotta say. Thanks for watching this video, guys.